With the geopolitical landscape shifting fast in Trump 2.0, leaders of Europe held an emergency meeting in an attempt towards unity. But the division was quite visible in Paris. While France and Britain pushed for security guarantees for Ukraine, Germany was quick to reject the suggestions of deploying any peacekeeping troops in the region. European leaders also weighed measures to ramp up defense spending to be less dependent on the US. European leaders worry that Trump will freeze them and Kiev out of peace talks with Moscow. Fears that were heightened by a rare meeting in Saudi Arabia between the top diplomats from Russia and the US, where Europe was not called. The last-minute meeting at Elysee Palace was called by the French President Emmanuel Macron after US Vice President J.D. Vance's withering attack on the European Union at the Munich Security Conference. Macron said that he held telephone calls with both his American and Ukrainian counterparts. He said that the peace in Ukraine must be accompanied by strong and credible security guarantees for Kiev, so that a peace deal does not end up like the 2014 and 2015 Minsk agreements that failed to resolve the conflict in eastern Ukraine. UK's Prime Minister Keir Starmer reiterated that he was ready to consider committing British forces on the ground alongside others if there is a lasting peace agreement. But he insisted that Washington had to be involved, saying that a US security guarantee is the only way to effectively deter Russia from attacking Ukraine again.
And I'm prepared to consider committing British forces on the ground alongside others if there is a lasting peace agreement. But there must be a US backstop, because a US security guarantee is the only way to effectively deter Russia from attacking Ukraine again. So I will go to Washington next week to meet President Trump and to discuss what we see as the key elements of a lasting peace.
On the other hand, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said that any debate on sending peacekeepers to Ukraine was completely premature and highly inappropriate while the war is ongoing.
From my point of view, many different things are being discussed, from international peacekeeping forces to other things. And for me, it is quite clear that this is therefore an inappropriate debate at the wrong time and on the wrong topic. We do not yet have peace, but are in the midst of a brutal war waged by Russia.
There was no joint statement or major announcements after the Paris meeting. The Paris talks come as Washington said that Secretary of State Marco Rubio, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff on Tuesday would meet a Russian delegation, including Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, in Riyadh, ahead of a future meeting between Trump and Putin in the Saudi capital.